Hence why we have things like astral projection, because you're in that, you know, in a different brainwave state and you're entering different planes of existence. You're able to see more, perceive more, expand, grow, progress, and so on. So what I realized about the subconscious was the more I was able to directly implant certain things into my subconscious through repetition and emotion, the more my subconscious would work to find more of those things to bring it to me. Hi, it's Trisha from Subconscious Food. If you're new to the channel, Subconscious Food's sole purpose is to empower you to live your most happy, fulfilled, and abundant life. In today's video, with it being the start of 2020, I thought I would do a video on how we can keep our resolutions. How can we actually manifest the things that we wish to experience and, most importantly, enjoy this year. One of the things that I will jump straight to now is the fact that I learned more and more about my subconscious. I was always fascinated by the subconscious, hence the name of the channel, Subconscious Food. And it wasn't really until I started really delving into the way it works was I really surprised, and it gave me such an insight as to the reasons why I had failures in my life to date, the reason why I was experiencing things not working out. And the very, very big thing that stuck out for me when I reflect was that the more I think, act, do, and behave in a certain way in a given day, the more of the same is returned to me. And I realized that our subconscious really plays a big crucial part in that process. So most of us know that when we are in a theta or a delta brainwave state, we are able to manifest the fastest. That's why so many spiritual people and so many philosophers and spiritual teachers believe that if we are able to harness and understand how we work during dream state, then we would really be able to supercharge and fulfill our potential. Hence why we have things like astral projection, because you're in that, you know, in a different brainwave state and you're entering different planes of existence. You're able to see more, perceive more, expand, grow, progress, and so on. So what I realized about the subconscious was the more I was able to directly implant certain things into my subconscious through repetition and emotion, the more my subconscious would work to find more of those things to bring it to me. I know a lot of you will relate to this. Angel numbers, times, signs, synchronicities that we tend to see. Once we start to see like 11:11, for example, the time where we believe we're in alignment and you know, we are opening ourselves to energy portals and we're able to receive technology and vast amounts of information that is in alignment and synchronicity with where we are. When we start to see those 11:11 numbers pop up, we start to get excited about it. We start to know that we're in alignment. It starts to make us feel happy, fulfilled. We start to really enjoy that and be very present in the moment. What you do notice is your subconscious actually then does that more and more and brings it more and more to you. So what I'm trying to say is that one of the first ways that you can actually start to make your resolutions work for you and bring it into fruition naturally is to use the subconscious. So for example, if you have, right, a goal weight in mind, like lots of people, you know, when Ross says, I'm just carrying a little extra holiday weight in friends, lots of people this time of the year are going to be wanting to look and feel their best. So one of the first things you can do is you can find a picture of yourself, if you have one, of a time that you looked and felt your best. Now that picture is there to visually and mentally aid you in remembering how it feels to feel and look that good. Because as we know, the feeling is the secret. So the feeling that we feel when we feel happy, healthy, full of vitality, enthusiasm for life, joy, feeling sexy, and feeling really, really like ourselves, is the feeling that you need to focus on. And every day when you arise, so you don't just think about it as this resolution you've written down on your board, your piece of paper, your vision board, but this is a daily exercise that you can perform with your subconscious, is you feel that feeling. How does it feel to feel and look and enjoy your beautiful body? So one thing you can do is you can look through your eyes at that visualization. So you're not looking at the version of you that's all sexy and sculpted, but you're actually looking at yourself as that version of that sexy, sculpted, happy, vitalized version of you. Second reasons why our resolutions don't always work. Sometimes we need to create the space in order to make those manifestations come into fruition. If we've got a lot of clutter, or even proverbial clutter, stored within ourselves, in our cache, in our mind, just taking up space, then when we try to create and cultivate, we can sort of feel that resistance, we can feel that block happening because we need to create the space. So something I did a lot towards the end of the year, and even was during the last couple of days, is really cleaning, decluttering my space, getting rid of old energy that no longer serves me and that will no longer help me on my journey. Create that space. You also want to do things in the mind to create that space. You can do things like clearing exercises. You can do things like affirmations to create space in your life to be able to receive. Because if we are these wonderful, perfect vessels making ourselves available to receive divine inspiration, divine love, and divine information, we need to have the space, we need to have the capacity within ourselves in order to actually receive. You can say this affirmation as part of your clearing, decluttering process. You can say, I am so grateful to be a perfect vessel to receive divine information, divine inspiration. I'm so grateful to have the perfect unification with all that is. You can start setting intentions. I set the intention to create the space to receive divine information. I set the intention to create the space to be a divine vessel. The third reason why your resolutions haven't always worked is because you simply don't understand what it is you want. I'm going to give quite a materialistic example just to illustrate my point, but you might think that this year you would really like to upgrade your car. Now, you could be wanting to upgrade your car for a variety of reasons. It could be that the one that you've got currently isn't really working that well anymore and you need a good mode of transportation to take you to A and B. Maybe it might help the reputation of your business because you need one that actually matches the success of your business. Maybe you're growing your family and you actually need more space in the car. What can sometimes happen is that we can become so focused on this particular thing that we want, and we put it on a pedestal, we put it up there, And we think that it's so important for us to have it, that when we do get it, we may not be the most grateful for it because we've forgotten. We just sort of start getting on with it, just start using it. Have you ever moved to a much bigger house and you just kind of just gotten used to it so quickly? Whereas before, if you were to thought back, you know, this would have been your dream house. So this example is all about becoming really present to the moment and understanding why it is you want the things that you want. Think about, again, the way that having that new car is going to make you feel. How grateful are you going to feel? So when you are thinking about this new car or this new object that you'd like to have because you believe it will enhance your quality of life, then think about the feelings you will feel when you have it. And then when you do have it, think about how grateful you are. Think about how much it's transforming your life, and just continually send thanks to receive that. Because again, like we said in the first example, when we feel a certain way, the subconscious will bring more of those things into our life automatically. It will just happen. It's part of being in synchronicity, in alignment with the universe, when you understand this. So the third way that you can start to stick to your resolutions is to understand why you want something. And it might be something like this. It might be that when you see your daughter, for example, jumping into that car, getting really excited, having all the space she needs, a little holder for her lunchbox and her juice bottle and everything else that she might need at that moment, then you feel that joy, then you feel that excitement, then you feel that gratitude, and you realize how extremely blessed you are. And when you feel that, you won't just be able to knock off 3 resolutions on your list. You'll be able to create and cultivate so many amazing things for yourself throughout the entire year. So I'll just repeat those. So we've got working with our subconscious is the first way that we can bring more of the things that we like into our lives. Number 2, we're going to be thinking about how we can create the space to actually receive these things. And number 3, we're going to be always being present to the moment by understanding why we want the things we want. So that's all we're going to be discussing today on this video. If you found the video helpful, I am so grateful for you to please like, comment and subscribe so you can be informed of all the magical, miraculous ways that you can live your most happy, fulfilled and abundant life. With much love, peace and joy. Namaste. Bye.